among those people who are the most hawkish in viewing China, they simply assume that the Chinese only respect force. They keep pushing until they hit something solid and then they back off. So we have to be that solid thing. Now, what is that thing? It can be a whole host of things that the Chinese would really think twice about in trying to seize Taiwan, but it doesn't include US military intervention, which is not in America's ultimate interest. The alternative approach is to move to an explicit US policy of non-intervention while supporting Taiwan in every other way possible and improving relations with China and reassuring the allies. Say the president woke up one morning, he read my writings on this, he said, boy, this is brilliant, alert the press, I'm going to announce we're not going to defend Taiwan if it's attacked by China. That would not be a good idea. Why? Because people would misunderstand what that means. People could say, well, maybe this does mean the United States isn't going to support us or defend us. So you've got to prepare the ground for moving into that kind of an alternative non-intervention policy. What does that mean? That means you've got to talk to the allies, Japan primarily, but also South Korea, also the Philippines, also allies in Europe, and say to them, we do believe we should be supporting Taiwan. It's a long-term democratic friend. It's not a formal treaty ally. It's not a vital interest. We want to not have military intervention regarding Taiwan, but support it in every other way. And you are not like Taiwan. You are a long-standing, close ally of the United States with US forces on your territory. We recognize our obligation to defend you if you are attacked. None of that exists in the case of Taiwan. That kind of distinction needs to be made with the allies very clearly, and not just rhetorically. That means there has to be closer support for the Japanese, for example, militarily. We should also encourage the Japanese to improve their relations with China. Most of the trends regarding Sino-US relations, regarding Taiwan and other things, are in negative directions. So if the United States is going to move towards beginning to prepare for and then carrying out this non-intervention policy, you've got to have a strong and committed leadership at the top. President and advisors who recognize the importance of establishing a credible deterrent and reassurance policy. You've got to have a sophisticated amount of diplomacy to be directed at our allies, Taiwan, and the Chinese. That's a big challenge. Under this alternative strategy, you would still have in place a series of very major deterrence capabilities and assurance capabilities that I think would still make the Chinese think twice about using force against Taiwan.